and welcome. My name is Venki Rameri. I'm the professor and chair of civil and environmental engineering here at Lamar University. This is R for civil engineers, and the first micro course in this series focuses on programming concepts and numerical methods. The reason for developing R for Civil Engineering series is our department offers many courses, traditional civil engineering courses, which incorporates programming into its curriculum. And as we have made these changes, we have noticed that several of our students, especially those coming to us from other universities, are somewhat frustrated because they are not fully comfortable using R, Python, or other programming languages that are required as part of our coursework. The reason for this are many, but I think the main reason is that traditionally civil engineering curriculum, especially at the undergraduate level, has downplayed the importance of programming, and as a result students are not used to using general purpose programming tools such as R, Python, and others in their curriculum. And this clearly is a gap that we want to address with these micro courses and video training series. So it's essentially built to help scaffold our traditional teaching that we do in our department. We are, of course, making these available to other students all over the world because we feel that these skills are very useful for civil engineers to have, especially as we see things transforming very rapidly in the field of civil engineering. So you might be asking, well, R is a very well established program. There is a lot of support related to R on the web. So why do we need this set of videos? And there are many reasons for that. The first reason is that a lot of times when students go looking for information on the web, the amount of information overwhelms them, so they start to find things and they really don't know what it means. So a lot of that information that you find on the web is not really newbie friendly, if you may. So this is an attempt to kind of help students. The second aspect that comes into play is that you'll find a lot of examples on R. You might find code snippets and such, but they're seldom geared at solving civil engineering problems. So students have to make that connection between the syntax or the help that they have found on the web and see how it relates to their problem. So what this course does is it tries to contextualize our learning with civil engineering. So this kind of helps students make that connection. So even though this course has a very strong civil engineering flavor, other engineers, particularly the chemical engineers, the mechanical engineers, petroleum engineers, which are very close to civil or have some overlap with civil and environmental fields, will find these videos just as easy to follow and beneficial as well. Finally, the new thing that is happening in the recent year or so is the advent of this generative AI tools. Generative AI tools can develop code snippets, can provide you with syntax, help with R syntax and such. So the question is, how good are they? How should we be making use of the generative AI assistance as we learn R? So a key element of this course is that we will be making use of generative AI or exploring the use of generative AI to learn R. Of course, it's important that generative AI, at least in this stage, is not fully developed. So there is a good chance It might not give you the right answer. So we'll explore and see where are some places where generative AI might fail. Generative AI also depends very heavily on how those questions are asked. In other words, how you're going to prompt it for answers. And so we'll look at some of the prompt engineering and its role in understanding how to use AI assistants to help us with some of these coding examples that we want to do. So the threefold things are: one, provide a newbie friendly introduction. Two is that we want to contextualize it for civil engineers in particular, engineers in general. And then three, we want to explore the use of generative AI and its role in learning programming, particularly for civil engineers. Uh, what R-Microcourse-I does is it delves into programming concepts and numerical methods. We'll be covering 4 topics here. Data structures. So data structures are critical to understand how data can be stored in R. What are the implications of storing data using a particular structure? When is it advantageous and such? We'll then make use of control statements. Control statements essentially help you perform looping, to for loops, while loops, conditional statements such as if statements, case statements, and such. So we'll look into that. And then we will use them to write our own functions to do tasks. So this is something where R can be very useful to automate your calculations. And finally, we'll take what we have learned from these 3 modules and use them with numerical methods, standard numerical methods of use to and interest to civil engineers, such as finding roots, solving a system of equations, performing integrations, solving differential equations, systems of differential equations, and such. Again, we'll do all of this using civil engineering examples, and it is a set of videos, and these set of videos are going to be short and focused on a particular topic. And you can go through the playlist, and what I recommend, at least for our mini course 1, is that you follow the 4 modules in sequence. Look at all the videos, because these are the building blocks from which we are going to build other micro courses. So this is going to be fundamental to all your R learning. So I suggest that you do this in a sequential manner. So what are our learning outcomes at the end of this course? You should be able to recall some commonly used syntax in R. You should be able to explain the role of data structures in R, and if you're able to explain it, it means that you have understood them and you're able to use them. You should be able to write your own functions to automate certain tasks, and you're going to be using control statements that are available in R to help you write these functions. We are also going to explore the idea of vectorization, which is kind of an alternative to some of the control statements, in that it will allow you to do iterative calculations on certain data structures without having to write loops. Okay? And finally, you should be able to take all this learning and see how to do numerical analysis on civil engineering problems using R. So that is the broad outline of this course. I welcome you to this course, and as I said, the course is meant to scaffold your learning so that you can use R in civil engineering practice. With that, I will see you in the next lecture.